What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm down at Maserati Charlotte getting to check out the 2021 Maserati Ghibli S Gransport. Huge shout out to them for providing this car for me today. Make sure you guys check out their website. That will be down in the description below. This model here is finished off in Bianca Alpi and it has an MSRP just under $100,000. Let's go ahead and jump into today's review by starting up underneath the hood, where you'll find the 3-liter twin-turbo V6 engine. This is paired with the 8-speed ZF automatic transmission, and it pumps out 424 horsepower, around 5,700 RPM, and 406 pound-feet of torque as low as 1,700 RPM. This model here is rear-wheel drive. It weighs in just under 4,000 pounds, meaning it'll do 0 to 60 in just under 5 seconds, up to its top speed of 178 miles an hour. And with a fuel capacity of 21.1 gallons, you'll expect to see around 17 miles per gallon in the city and 25 out on the highway. This has a wheelbase of 118 inches. Its overall length is 195.7. It has a width of 76.6 and a height of 57.5 inches. With all those specs out of the way, now we can go ahead and take a look at the exterior on the Ghibli S Gransport. We're going to start up front with the Maserati Trident logo. You'll see the forward-facing camera is placed just to the upper left of that, and then all of the vertical slats in the grille are finished off in gloss black, and they're nicely evenly spaced. So this is going to provide maximum airflow to that twin turbocharged engine. You'll also notice there's some more mesh located behind that as well. And then it's also in the lower section of the bumper and on both sides. You'll also notice the parking sensors running throughout this bumper, and then a really nice gloss black trim piece on both sides just to tie in nicely with the rest of the gloss black, which is also located on the lower section of the bumper. It ties in very nicely and is a great contrast against the white exterior color. You'll see there's really nice contoured lines running throughout the lower section of the bumper as well. And then as we make our way up to these headlight housings, this features adaptive LED headlights along with LED DRLs and turn signals. Really nice sleek design in the headlight housing, and the turn signal takes up the upper strip here, which is really nice to see. And then last up, we'll talk about this hood. It has really clean lines that run down it, and you can see it meets to a point here right on the top section of the bumper and extends all the way to the upper section of the grille, where you'll see this nice chrome trim piece. So it's nice how those lines continue on down, and you'll see right in the center there is another Maserati badge. Making our way to the side profile now, we're gonna start off with these 21-inch wheels. This is a really nice option for this model, and you can see they're finished off in gloss black, which ties in nicely with the rest of the gloss black on this model. And you can see they have a really cool multi-spoke design to them. Just behind them is the calipers. You'll see those finished off in red. And then on the front quarter panel, you'll see 3 functional vents. They have a nice chrome trim piece to them, and that matches the Gransport badge in the lower section. This also has body colored side mirrors. They have the integrated turn signal and a camera underneath each one. I'll show that camera system once we head into the interior. Up on the roof, this also has a sunroof. You'll see there's more chrome trim surrounding the windows. It's also on the door handles as well. And the side profile of the Ghibli just has a really clean and elegant design. And finishing up in the rear, you'll see there's really nice lines on the upper section of this trunk lid. On both sides, we have the LED taillights, which have a really nice design to them. You can see there's more chrome on all of the badges on the back side of the trunk, along with this strip just above the backup camera. All the parking sensors are integrated in the middle section of this bumper. And then at the very bottom, you can see gloss black in the diffuser, along with the quad tip dual exhaust. And now before we go ahead and jump inside, I'm just gonna double tap on this button on the key fob. This has remote start, which is a really nice feature, especially on a cold day like it is today. You can have this vehicle running and ready to go. And then if you double tap on it again, it will automatically shut back off. So now with the vehicle locked and the key in my pocket, all I have to do is walk up to the vehicle, grab on the door handle, and it will automatically unlock. Now we can go ahead and take a look at this beautiful leather interior. You can see all of the black with the stitching, along with the red leather that runs across this armrest. My favorite part is the carbon fiber trim you can see up on top, along with the brushed aluminum underneath that, and extends all the way to the release handle. You can see the memory seating adjustments just in front of that. This model also has the upgraded Bowers & Wilkins 10-speaker audio sound system. You can see all the window controls along with the side mirror adjustments, along with another speaker in the lower section of the door and a good amount of storage space. And then making our way to the interior, you'll see Maserati down on the door sill, and that red leather continues onto the seats. So we have the bright red leather interior. These front seats are heated, and you have all those controls down on the side for them with aluminum buttons, which is a really nice touch to see. And once inside, with my foot on the brake, we can go ahead and start it up. You'll see on the left side of the gauge cluster is the miles per hour, on the right side is the tach, and then right in the middle we have a lot of information to go through. You can see the fuel gauge along with the engine temperature, and then using buttons on the right side of the steering wheel, we can scroll through and look at a ton of vital information from your driving modes. You can scroll over and look at your distance along with your battery voltage. You have some other temperatures to go through along with your TPMS. And then we can scroll down and look at your driver assistance when that is on and operated. We have your fuel economy that you can look at as well, your engine start stop feature. There's also any stored messages. You have vehicle settings to go into. And then making our way to the steering wheel now, you'll see it's completely covered in solid and perforated leather, has a really nice design to it. Over on the right side, I was using all of these for the gauge cluster. There's also Bluetooth and voice commands. And then on the left side is all of the cruise and adaptive cruise control settings. This model also has the column mounted paddle shifters, which are finished off in aluminum, have a really nice design to them. And then making our way to the left side of the steering wheel, you'll see the engine start stop button. And just underneath that, you'll see this aluminum handle. We can open this up. You have a little bit of storage space if you want to use that. We also have all the headlight controls along with some dimmer switches. There's one air vent, and you can see the entire dash is covered in red leather along with black leather right in the center, and a clock. And now we can go ahead and take a look at the 10-inch touchscreen navigation system. So you can see right off the bat, there's a lot of information to go through, and you can see all the presets down at the bottom. So right now we are on the home screen, so you can see the navigation along with music and your phone when that is paired. You can quickly get to the media. If we go into comfort, you can go through all of the seat adjustments. You have the heated seats on both sides in the upper section along with the heated steering wheel. And then of course where you'd like the air to go, just by turning this on, you can quickly adjust the temperatures as well. You can sync these together. Very user friendly to be able to go through all of this. We can pull up the navigation in full screen. You have your phone to get to when that is paired, as I mentioned. And then under vehicle, you can shut this screen off if you'd like to. You can have the engine start stop feature turned on or off, along with adjusting the rear sunshade. And then my favorite feature, the surround view camera. So you can see we have the rear facing camera right now along with the top down view. And then you can go through the different angles along with the forward facing camera, and you can hide that top down view if you'd like to. So definitely plenty of visibility around this entire vehicle. And then the last button on the far right is apps. So you can go through that and pick out the apps that you use the most. It's a really nice screen, very user friendly and intuitive at the same time. You'll see there's an air vent on both sides of that. And then making our way below, we have physical buttons for all the climate controls. So you have the temperature for driver and passenger, fan speed right in the center where you'd like the air to go. So if you're not in the climates on the screen up above, you can quickly get to them, which is really nice to see. Just underneath that, there's actually a spot here you can place your phone. So there's a wireless charging port. You have some auxiliaries on the left side there, and then we can easily close that up. And then right in the center, you'll see all of the carbon fiber. Just gives it a really nice touch. There's two cup holders on the right side. And then on the left side of the shifter, there's traction control along with the engine start stop button. Just behind that, you'll see the ice button, so you can go between normal and being able to use that in inclement weather. We have the sport mode button, which will change the exhaust note, as you already heard. And then there's two different suspension settings between normal and sport. Just behind that, we have the electronic parking brake. And then to the right of that, we have two rotary dials here, along with a few buttons in front of that. So the top one is for volume, and if you push on the top, that will turn it on and off. And then you can scroll through the radio stations with the lower one. So you can quickly get to your radio, which is really nice to see. You can mute it, and then you can go through AM, FM, all of that with the other buttons. Just behind that, you'll see there's a little bit of storage space. And then right in the middle, we have the leather wrapped armrest. If I push on this button here, that'll go ahead and open it up. You'll see two more cup holders along with a 12 volt and a good amount of storage space if you need to use it. And then making our way to the glove box now, we have the aluminum on the release handle and a split shelf design. So you definitely have plenty of room for all of your information that needs to go there. We'll take one last look at these beautiful red leather seats, which I absolutely love. And then up top, this does have a sunroof, so we can open up that sunshade. You'll see all those controls up in the center here, along with being able to release the trunk. We have the sunshade for the rear glass as well. You can tilt the sunroof, and then the dome lights are in front of that. Jumping into the back seats now of the Ghibli, I'm gonna start off with just how comfortable these back seats are. They sink in a little bit, so you have side bolstering support, which is really nice. It's even down by my thighs here. And then I have plenty of room. At 5'10", the front seat is set at my height, so you can see I have a few inches in front of my knees, and then the roofline actually goes back up, giving me about 2 or 3 inches of headroom. So like I said, very comfortable, and they're also heated as well. So you have those controls right in the middle. You can also adjust the sunshade for the rear glass, up and down, of course, with 2 dials right in the middle, and then there's 2 air vents just above that. We have some nets behind both front seats for extra storage space, and you can even see the carbon fiber extends to the doors in the back here, which is a really nice touch. Right in the middle, if you don't have a center passenger, there are 2 cup holders along with a little bit of storage space on the back side, and these seats also fold down as well. So if you need a little bit more versatility, you have the option to do that. And last up, we'll go ahead and take a look at the trunk storage space. You can use the button on the key fob or the button just up underneath here, and we can go ahead and open this up. You'll see there's a lot of storage space, even with the back seats up, so you can put in any items that you'd like to. When you fold the back seats down, there's really no overhang, so you can put in larger items if needed. And then over on the passenger side, you'll see there's a net here for extra storage, along with a 12 volt. And then up top, we do have one grab handle. We can go ahead and close this up. All right, so getting the 2021 Maserati Ghibli S Gransport out on the road now. We are joined with Brian from Maserati Charlotte, so he's kind of go over some of the things that I may not have covered in the new model here. One thing that I did want to talk about is this new screen. So if you have some info that we can talk about on that compared to previous models.
They've done a wonderful job updating the interface and the screen itself. It's a large. It's just downright huge.
I really love how quickly it is to go through all the different options too. Like as soon as you touch it, you're into that next system there.
Yeah, it's not cumbersome or anything. That's a big improvement, especially for daily livability.
Right. This would be a great daily driver. If you're in the market for a 4-seater vehicle, you want something that kind of stands out apart from other vehicles in this class. You definitely get a lot of great options. We have the 360 camera system, which is also new for this model, which gives you tons of visibility. It's really good. As far as overall visibility goes though, looking over your left and right shoulder, there's plenty of glass in here. So it's really nice how you have that. And then you have the 360 camera system too for normal, just daily driving, parking lot situations and things like that. But yeah, going back to the system, everything is very easy to go through. It also has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto.
Yep, absolutely.
So if you want to hook up your phone, I know that's a big feature for a lot of people to be able to do that.
I'm a big phone guy.
Yeah.
I love Apple CarPlay.
Yeah.
And it hooks up quick, it interfaces quick, not like it used to be before where you had to kind of go through all the steps and settings. Once it knows it's your car and your phone, you're set.
You're good to go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pop it into sport mode here so we can use these paddle shifters. We'll also click sport mode for that exhaust because Maseratis just have a great sounding exhaust. So second gear. I love that V6 sound. I don't know how they do it, but it just sounds so good.
It's Italian.
Yeah.
I don't know what they work, but it's music. It's literally, listen to that.
You can hear those pops on the upshifts.
I know, it's kind of a Jekyll and
so
Hyde
good, yeah.
Sport.
It's not crazy loud either, so this would be a good daily, as I mentioned earlier, so you can still get that fun factor of having that pop in the exhaust without it being like crazy loud or anything.
And this road's kind of undulating and a little bumpy, and we're in sport mode.
Yeah.
It's comfortable.
It's not bad, yeah. You can feel it a little bit, but if we put it into a normal mode, it gets much better, yeah. Not to say sport mode is harsh or anything, it definitely has a good, stiffer ride.
It's crisper.
But it's still crisper, still more comfortable, and we can mess with the suspension, put it in sport mode. You can definitely feel that.
Yeah.
But that's what it's for. You can take this out on some back mountain roads, you can cruise with this, and have a great vehicle in the sense of it's good for daily driving, it's good for going on some back mountain roads, have some spirited driving with this car. So overall, it's pretty good all around. And you even have a lot of room for your backseat passengers. You can fold the back seats down and put in a lot more items, so it's great in that aspect as well.
It's kind of an executive express, right?
Yeah, so getting out onto the highway now, we'll get up to highway speed. You can hear those pops even more.
Does it rather quickly.
And the shifts are incredibly smooth. Real quick, talking about visibility, really easy to merge for traffic, but as soon as you tap these paddles, you're into the next gear. So I love how responsive they are, and the size of them too. It just makes it more sporty feeling for a vehicle like this.
They have a great feel to them.
They really do. I love column mounted paddles. It just, to me, it makes it feel more of a sports car than just behind the back here.
Right, that seems more of an afterthought.
You're right, right. And while they are quite large, we do have the turn signal stock on one side, which sticks out just slightly a little bit farther than the paddles. So while they're large, it's not going to hinder you from being able to use that, which is really cool to see. And then last up, just to talk about the exterior of the 21 model, really the only difference is the front facelift, basically.
Yes, yeah, we've done there's a refresh in 21, which is just a little more aggressive looking with the grill and the lower valance.
Okay, and I really like it too, being all gloss black against this white. It just gives it a really nice design.
And this one has all the carbon and the leather, as you mentioned.
Yeah, which I really love. I love carbon fiber. I'm a sucker for that. So it makes this interior look that much better with all these premium feeling materials, as you've already seen in today's video. So I think that's going to wrap it up, getting to check out the 2021 Maserati Ghibli S Gransport. Once again, huge shout out to Maserati Charlotte. Thanks for coming with me.
Oh, we love having you guys, man. Love having you guys here.
It's awesome getting to check out all of these vehicles. So definitely check out their website. That will be down in the description below. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up. Consider smashing that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date on our daily uploads. We'll see you guys in the next video.